I have to be honest with you with this one. Hello everyone, welcome back to another perfume video. I hope you're doing well. So today we're going to be talking about some new fragrances which I've recently purchased. These were all blind buys and some were more successful than others. If you are new to my channel, then welcome. I create new perfume videos every single week, usually every Wednesday and Saturday, but sometimes more often if I have extra time. So if that's something which interests you, then I would absolutely love it if you would click the subscribe button below and activate the notification bell as well so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. So as ever, get yourself comfortable and grab yourself a drink and a snack. Comment below your drink and snack of choice. Today I just have some green tea. It's really nice and refreshing actually. I've not had green tea in a very long time. So the first fragrance I'm going to be telling you about today, which I have recently blind bought, is this beauty here, Mongolian Sparkling Bouquet. Now this is a beautiful fragrance. It was a complete success, as you may already know if you watch my channel, because I have done a full dedicated review of this fragrance. It's a beautiful take on the original Mongolian. This one is a bit brighter, it's a bit more light-hearted, I would say. It's got this beautiful pear note in here. Now this pear note is actually so well done in my opinion. It's not too sweet, it's not too juicy, it's not overly ripe or anything like that. It's just a very nice, kind of refreshing, very authentic pear note, I would say. This has peony, it has jasmine sambac in here as well as your original Mongolian DNA kind of smell. Overall, this is just a fantastic lighter version of Mongolian, a little bit fruity. I really like this one, you guys. I would say that it's quite a safe blind buy, as long as you already like the original Mongolian, and if you like kind of light-hearted, fruity floral fragrances, then I would say that you're going to be relatively okay blind buying this one. The only thing I'll mention about this one is the lasting power and the performance and things like that. They're not monstrous, it's not a huge projector or anything like that, but I don't think it's meant to be. I think it's meant to be a softer spoken scent. But I do really like this one, and if you're interested in my full in-depth dedicated review, then I'll leave either a card up here or I'll leave a link in the description box, just in case you're interested to hear more about this fragrance. So that's Mongolian Sparkling Bouquet. Next up today we have Ricci Rose Estas. Now I recently blind bought this and unfortunately this one fell a little bit flat for me, you guys. I was expecting quite good things from this fragrance just because of what I'd heard. It's kind of a much loved fragrance in the perfume community and things like that. So this is a really nice kind of musky rosy scent. It's really quite sweet, quite floral, quite bright, slightly jammy rose. The only thing that's off-putting for me with this one is the fact that it has a really prominent white musk note in here, or at least I think that's what I'm smelling. There's something in this fragrance that's almost slightly metallic, it's kind of synthetic smelling to me. Really this strong kind of harsh metallic notes, and I'm thinking it's probably the musk. I think it has to be. I can't think what else that would be that I'm smelling in here. But unfortunately it really has put me off this scent, so I would actually say that this has been a fail for me, which I'm really surprised at. You know, out of all of the fragrances which I've blind bought, you know, I thought this would be a relatively safe one for me, but I'm just picking up on a note in there that I really don't like. Just looking at the notes and reading the description of the scent, I thought it would have been a fragrance that I would love, but unfortunately in reality when I actually tested it out, I can just pick up on this one note that's kind of, it's really quite strong to me as well. For some reason I can really pick up on this very strong, synthetic, harsh, kind of white musk note in here. Like soapy almost, like quite harsh, soapy, scratchy, really overly clean, like that kind of smell. But I think it might just be the way that my nose you know, picks up the fragrance. Unfortunately, I'm not loving this one, you guys. I think it may very well end up in a declutter video in the near future. It's just really not a fragrance which I've enjoyed at all. I might keep trying it. I might try and give it like a full day wear and give it another chance. I know sometimes first impressions can be deceiving and things like that, so I might very well try and give it another chance, but as it stands right now, I would say that this has been a blind buy fail for me, unfortunately. Next up today we have this fragrance here, Nina Ricci Sass Rose Absolue. Now this was a very successful blind buy of mine. I really do enjoy this one. So upon the first sniff of this fragrance, I was immediately reminded of Oud Satin Mood from Maison Francis Kurkdjian, which of course was a wonderful surprise. This is a very rich, deep oud rose kind of fragrance, and it just reminds me of Oud Satin Mood a lot. However, this one here is smoother, it's sweeter, and this one has more emphasis on the sweet, jammy rose, so it's quite a thick, jammy, sweet, candied rose sort of smell that you have in here as well. And it's just very, very pleasant. I really like this one, and I just had to pick it up because it was a really affordable price and I'd heard a lot of good things about it, and I'm certainly glad that I did purchase it because like I say, I really enjoy it. I think this will come into its own in the autumn and winter. I can't see myself wearing it too often at the moment because the weather has been a bit warmer recently. It's been really quite mild the last few days. We are moving more towards summer now, and I just feel like this is a really fantastic cold weather scent, so I'll probably get most use out of it towards the end of this year. But I do really enjoy this one. It was definitely a very successful blind buy. And today I've actually saved the best to last, so now we have the beautiful Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper 25. Now, for some reason, you guys, as soon as I heard about this fragrance and saw the bottle and looked at the notes, I just immediately bought it. Now, I don't often do that, especially with brand new releases. Sort of at the start of this year, I decided to stop doing that because I wanted to be more mindful of which perfumes I was purchasing, and I didn't want to be buying as many. So that is very much the sort of thing that I would rarely do, and I haven't done that in a long time, you know, just immediately purchase a new release. But I did decide to purchase this one straight away just because I had a really good feeling about it. First of all, the atomizer is absolutely beautiful. And I really appreciate that about fragrances, if the atomizer is high quality and it distributes a nice mist, and this one certainly does. I absolutely love this fragrance, you guys. This one is incredible, it's so beautiful. And funnily enough, upon the first sniff of this scent, I was instantly reminded of another perfume, so I was immediately reminded of Oud Bouquet from Lancôme. This is really similar in some ways to Oud Bouquet, but they're still quite different as well. So this fragrance here, the Sweet Diamond, is very smooth, it's quite wearable, I would say it's a bit more easy to like. Whereas Oud Bouquet, I do actually have a little decant here of Oud Bouquet, so if I just quickly smell that. Oud Bouquet is a bit more emphasis on the oud, on the rich, dry wood, whereas this one here, there are more florals going on in here. I believe there's some vanilla orchid, I think there may even be some magnolia, if I can remember correctly. I don't have the notes here, but I'm just trying to remember. I know that there's some saffron in here as well. There's some bergamot, rose of course, musk. This is lighter and yeah, a bit easier to wear than Oud Bouquet. Of course, Oud Bouquet has oud in it. Whereas in the base notes of this fragrance, you have some woodiness, you have vanilla and you have musk, but it doesn't have that same heavy oud quality to it. This is lighter, but this is definitely not a light scent. This has weight to it, this is quite rich, I would say, but it's just lighter than Oud Bouquet, if you know what I mean. So actually, if you quite enjoyed Oud Bouquet, but it was a bit too much for you, it was a bit too rich and heavy, and you couldn't, you maybe couldn't feel comfortable wearing Oud Bouquet, maybe it wasn't that wearable for you, I would give this one a try instead, because it does have that same kind of, this fragrance has that same quality to it. It really reminds me quite a lot of Oud Bouquet, but I would say this one is just a bit, this one's a bit smoother, it's kind of creamier as well, and just easier to wear overall. Initially, upon the first spray, it's quite powerful, and I can see how upon the first spray some might find it too harsh, because the pink pepper is really quite strong with the bergamot as well, so it's quite a bright, punchy opening, I would say. However, this fragrance very quickly smoothens out, it becomes a lot more balanced and things like that the longer that it's on your skin, and it really mellows out to a beautiful, smooth, pleasant, enjoyable, woody rose beautiful, rich kind of scent. It's got some saffron in there as well, which is just beautiful. The only thing I would say is upon the first spray, it's a little bit slightly harsh just because of the pink pepper and things like that, and the opening, the bright punchy opening. But like I say, it dries down to a beautiful, smooth, indulgent, addictive, beautiful fragrance. And it is like that the majority of the time that it's on your skin. So the opening lasts maybe 10 minutes or something like that, and then, you know, for hours later it's just this beautiful, smooth, gorgeous feminine fragrance, and I absolutely love it. So I would say for sure, if you already love Oud Bouquet and you wanted something a bit more wearable and things like that, then I would definitely check this one out. I have to say, you guys, I just love this fragrance. Something I also really like about this particular Kayali scent is the fact that it is a eau de parfum intense, so this one has a higher concentration of oils in it compared with her other fragrances. I know, well, I've heard that some of them don't last as long, but for me this one lasts a very long time. This one is very strong, and it's just really likeable. If you enjoy those really sweet, girly, feminine rose scents with a bit of woodiness to it, with some vanilla and things like that, I think you would absolutely love this. And I would even say that there are some similarities between these two fragrances here. They're not hugely similar at all, they're not dupes or anything like that, but they are kind of similar just because they both have that very rich, deep rose scent profile, you know. But out of these two, I would definitely say that I prefer Sweet Diamond. It's just more refined. This one, you know, I mean, this one is more affordable and you can kind of smell that about it. This one smells more refined. Like I say, it smells more sophisticated, it's better blended and things like that. And this one here, the Estas Rose Absolute, it's more kind of emphasis on a very, very jammy rose with a kind of smokiness. But this one has a bit more to it. It's more, it has more florals going on. You can smell the saffron. It's kind of nicer, and they're like in a similar vein. They're in a similar kind of style of fragrance, but they're not the same scent at all, in my opinion. So yeah, so if you already enjoy this fragrance, if you enjoy Oud Bouquet and things like that, then I think you're gonna love this. This is kind of similar in many ways to those kind of fragrances. I'm really happy with this one, you guys, and for my first ever Kayali scent, I would say it's gone down a treat. I really look forward to wearing this one more, and I think I do want to acquire some of her other perfumes now as well to layer, because I've heard, you know, that you can layer all of her perfumes together, which I think would be so much fun. I think you could layer this fragrance with the vanilla, you know, for example, or maybe some of her other ones to sort of add another dimension to this perfume. I think that would be really fun to try out. And I just really like the sound of some of her other perfumes as well, like the vanilla one in particular. I think I'd love that one. And I really love this one, you guys. I think the packaging is a treat as well. The little crystal kind of cap is just so pretty, and this metallic opaque pink bottle is just, it's really fun, and I really enjoy the packaging of this fragrance. I'll also quickly just show you the box that it comes in. I think this is really kind of an unusual style of box, I suppose, in the way that it opens up. So it opens up like this, which is quite unusual again, and the packaging goes so well with the bottle. It just looks so pretty in there, and I just think they're lovely, you guys. So that is the beautiful Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper 25. So there we have it, you guys. These are my 4 recent blind buys. Most of them were a success, but unfortunately there was one flop in there, which is kind of to be expected when you're blind buying, really. It's always a risk that you're taking. But I am really glad that I enjoy the Mongolian and the Kayali fragrance, because of course they were a bit pricier, so it was a bit more of a risk there, but I do love them so much. I adore them. So overall, I'm really happy with my blind buys. Let me know in the comments any perfumes you have recently blind bought. Was it a success? Was it a complete fail? Please let me know. I love chatting with you guys in the comments. Thank you ever so much for watching today. I truly appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.